It wasn't until the wraith came to claim him, shattering his arm, that my brother finally felt a shred of remorse. He knelt on the floor, weeping and begging for my forgiveness. In my last life, in his desperate haste to share a night of passion with a younger student, a natural-born spiritual beacon, my brother, Hank, had taken the family's warding amber. When the vengeful spirits came for us, I called him for help. My sister-in-law and my little niece were saved, but his precious student, Monica, was consumed by the wraith and died. Hank had calmly collected her hair tie, assuring me everything was fine. Then, on the day my sister-in-law gave birth, he pushed me off a cliff. If you hadn't called me back, Monica would still be alive. You owe me a life for a life. Now, my eyes snapped open again. The lights in the villa flickered and died, and the gurgling, sinister laughter of a wraith echoed through the halls. A shadow flickered past the window, the frame groaning in protest. I scrambled back to reality, dragging my sister-in-law, Sarah, and my niece, Lily, into the ancestral chapel. Anya, why are you shaking so badly? It's the festival of ghosts. It's normal for a few restless things to stir, Sarah said, trying to soothe me. Yeah, Auntie, Lily added, her small voice brave. Besides, we have the warding amber. The spooky ghosts can't get in. They exchanged a confused glance, completely unaware of the danger. They didn't know that my brother, Hank, had already stolen the warding amber to celebrate his student Monica's birthday with her in some remote mountain cabin. Sarah, Hank took the warding amber, I said, my voice trembling. This house is just a house now, and to be more precise, it's the most dangerous place on earth. For generations, the Ashworth clan had been cleansers of vengeful spirit. In the modern era, the number of wraiths we had subdued was countless, which meant we had made just as many enemies. Normally, on the Festival of Ghosts, when spiritual energy was at its most chaotic, the warding amber would keep any spirit from coming within a 10-mile radius. But now, without its protection, our home was a beacon for every entity with a grudge. And the most fatal part? I was born different, a mundane. I had no ability to cleanse spirit. I was just an ordinary person, now trapped with a pregnant woman and a small child. Our situation was dire. With a grunt, I shut tables and heavy chests against the door. I slapped a handful of protective sigils onto the door and windows, then dropped to my knees, bowing 3 times to the ancestral relics before arranging them in a circle of 10 around us. Sarah steadied herself against a table, her face a mask of shock. She couldn't comprehend it. For the Ashworths, the arts of cleansing and protection were sacred. The idea that our most treasured artifact could simply be taken was unthinkable. Even more unbelievable was that Hank, the sole heir and a man known for his caution, could do something so reckless. But seeing my desperate, almost blasphemous actions, she had no choice but to believe. Then call him. Call your brother and tell him to come back. The words had barely left her mouth when the single candle in the room was snuffed out, and a wave of spine-chilling laughter washed over us. Sarah slid to the floor, pulling Lily into a trembling hug, her face ghost white. But I didn't call my brother. Living this again, I couldn't trust him to come for us. Last time, by the time he arrived, Sarah was already dead, Lily's leg was broken, and my eyes had been gouged out. Instead, I took the moonstone locket from my neck and pressed it into Sarah's hand. I couldn't practice the family art, so my father had the clan forge this locket to protect me. With it guarding Sarah and Lily, I felt a fraction of relief. Sarah understood my intention and tried to refuse. As we struggled, the main door burst open with a deafening crash. I threw myself in front of them, my eyes locked on the darkness ahead. The temperature in the room plummeted. I couldn't see anything, but my scalp prickled as if 1,000 needles were suspended just above my head. My little niece had been fumbling with her smartwatch this whole time, and she finally managed to get a call through to her father. Daddy, come back. There are wraiths in the house. Hank's voice was sharp with annoyance. Alright, Lily, that's enough. Daddy's busy. Can you be a good girl for me? Sarah's voice broke. Hank, she's not kidding. There are wraiths here. If you don't come back, your daughter and I are going to die. His voice turned to I. Sarah, how many times do I have to tell you to control your jealousy? I'm just celebrating Monica's birthday, and you turn into a hysterical shrew. You disappoint me, and don't give me that excuse about pregnancy making you possessive and paranoid. I don't want to hear it. Now, I'm going to enjoy Monica's birthday. Oh, and tell Anya to stay out of our business. She's just a daughter who will be married off one day. She doesn't want to end up like last time, does she? A chill colder than any wraith's touch shot through me. He had been reborn, too. If that was true, he knew exactly what was about to happen to us. Why was he still so cold, so dismissive? Had he been reborn with a heart so black that he no longer cared if his own sister, his wife, or his child lived or died?